Good morning, guys. Today we are far up north along the Minnesota shoreline of Lake Superior. We are headed out into the lake now, and this is a really cool spot. This is what I believe to be the furthest north spot without being on reservation land. So just up that way is the Grand Portage Reservation, and then down this way is the rest of Minnesota. So we're gonna head down this way and see what we can find. Check out this big guy. Right away, a beautiful piece of hematite jasper. I love getting it in the sun and looking right up close at that texture. Oh, it's fantastic stuff. I'm out here, about waist deep, and the water is just glassy clear. It's awesome. You can see everything in here today. Not usually the case up here. This part of the coast, especially up in northern Minnesota, has the biggest waves I see. Normally this is the roughest part of the lake in my own personal experience. The porphyry up here far north by Grand Marais is some really cool stuff. This has got the gray and white combination. It's all over the place up here. You can see just tons and tons of it. The Minnesota coast is a fantastic place to come up and find porphyry if you're looking for it. And each piece is a little bit different than the last. Oh, this one's got me curious. If that's an agate, that's a big one. It's got banding, layers in it, but not your typical, Lake Superior agate patterning. No, I think I'd call this maybe a seam agate, maybe. But it's gonna stay right here. We'll leave it for somebody else. Oh, no way. Could that be? Oh, let's take this on shore. No kidding. It's like half granite with a big old seam in the side. It was the red that initially caught my attention, but look at the banding in there. Oh, wow. Wow. I am happy as can be with that one. I don't have anything else like that in my collection so far. The dark gray with the orange crystalline. There's a very nice piece of hematite jasper. We're trying to get it in close up, but it's a little tricky when there's a reflection from the water on the surface. I see some banding on the outside already. I think it could just be chert. It has a texture to it. If you look at the edge, it's real weathered away. It looks like it's, something that was sedimentary at one point rather than volcanic. It's a real big piece of aluminum bracing in here. I tried pulling at it, but it's like buried. Oh, snap. How's this for a beautiful rock? Look at all the pocketing on the surface. That, to me, looks like some more hematite jasper. It's got some veining in there as well. I thought it was maybe a big old agate nodule, because of this texture, but you don't usually find too much green up here in the Minnesota shore, at least not this far up. Catches your attention for sure. This one's interesting. It might be a piece of what's known as Mary Ellen jasper up here. It's either that or maybe a moss agate of some sorts. It's got some very small, intricate bands that hopefully my camera's doing an okay job of capturing. Beautiful rock. All right, switch spots. Here's a real small little one. Okay, for this spot, I'm out there pretty deep, so I'm gonna use both hands to kind of man the scoop, and then afterwards I'll show you what I'll pull out when I can take it to shore. Trying very hard not to flood my waders. It's a little tricky. This is how you know you're in a good spot. You can see right inside the bedrock here. And then, I swear I didn't pick up or move this rock. About 10 feet over, you can see stuff like this. I think you could say this is an agate, but definitely the right spot to be in if you're looking for some big ones. Sure is beautiful up here. Just endless brown rock beaches for as far as the eye can see. I think that might be magnetite. Got some swooshes and bands in it. Definitely not a laker. Those bands are not right for a Lake Superior agate, but I think that could be magnetite. Oh wow. It's got 4 little patches on it. I don't know if that's an agate nodule or what you'd even consider that. Looks like an alien artifact. Hi, you. Yeah. Got some awesome bright orange veining in the seams. I love the little floating islands of the orange right there in the center. Well, hey, check this out. Not quite an agate, but that is a stunning piece. Gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. And the best part too is I think it's in hematite jasper in the shell. That's a wild one. It's another very vivid and vibrant piece. That coloring is out of this world. I thought this was a whole bunch of nothing, but if you flip it on over, nice white bands there in the side. A lot of them that look like this up here. Interesting. It looks like an ear. Look at this guy just pulled up in about 3 feet of water here. Gorgeous seam agate. It looks like it's got a full lap all around it. What a perfect day. Okay, this will be our final spot. Well, there's thomsonite right here. There's a good old eye of it. Some more right there. It's growing right in the cliffs. Wow. That's a big old vein of it. Even more right there. Holy cow. Look at that stuff. Sitting right there. Look how many eyes there are. It turns out I was on the cliffs and that park kind of stopped, but there's no real signs or whatever. So I saw some folks having a barbecue out on the cliffs and I went and said hi, and they showed me this little cove area out here. And it's got all sorts of pink rocks in it. I'm right in the zone where there could be thomsonite. Here's what I've got in my hands so far. Isn't that gorgeous? greens, pinks, translucent. Oh, the basalts here are just wild. Amygdaloidal. Look at that. It's everywhere. This one's got some good greens here. Right at the tip. That's real close to being thomsonite. Very, very close. Interesting place. Isn't that gorgeous? There's some fantastic stuff up here. That's a wonky one. Some big green crystallization on this guy right here. Look at that. Looks like prenite growing right inside of that seam. Maybe chlorite. And right here at the end, I found a tiny little Lake Superior agate nodule just to close out the trip on a nice high note. Super cool of these people to let me come on over across onto their property and pick over their beach. If you guys made it all the way to the end, I really hope you enjoyed. I had a blast making these videos and making a 3/4 lap around Lake Superior. It's about as far as I can get before I needed to get back home. The lake is such a special place, and it's really unlike anything else in the Midwest, and if you have the opportunity to go, I absolutely wouldn't pass it up. If you like these videos and the spots that I visit, I hope you stick around. After this, we're heading far out west for a little bit of winter rock hounding.